the Genie out of the packaging, and what's cool about this figure in particular, besides the fact that it's the Genie, is that the stand is actually like a piece. They don't have the typical black McFarlane stand. I think it's cool. So he actually, and it stands perfectly, like he doesn't topple over. And I just think it's really neat that it keeps the vision of the Genie alive where he doesn't have legs. So it's kind of cool. I think that's really cool that's how they decide to do the stand. It's really cool, translucent pink plastic. I like how they all have their own individual style. Like I said, they're very stylized, but you can still, again, I feel like this still feels like a piece of the Aladdin movie. So far, I feel like Captain Hook, the Genie, Buzz Lightyear, and then Jack Sparrow, they all feel like very close to what they would typically look like from the movies. I think the only one that looks very different is Maleficent, but she looks really cool. So again, this one, as far as articulation goes, you're really going to get the arm articulation. I don't know if there's any waist articulation. Very little waist articulation, and his head is hindered by his outfit. So it's basically, this one's kind of like Maleficent, where he's almost like a statue, which is okay with me. But detail-wise, I feel like that's the Genie. When you look at this figure, you think of the Aladdin Genie. We got some paint smudging right there. But that's okay. It makes him look a little bit cooler. Any more paint smudging over here? No. I like his beefy hands. It's kind of cool. He's got nice little jewelry. The design, like I said, carries on throughout the figure. It's a really, really cool figure. This is such a cool line. Like I said, as far as like detail goes, I feel like the details there, you get to see the figure. I like to keep these reviews short and sweet. We have a couple Mirrorverse figures that we are going to bring out. Let's bring out the beefy guys. And you can see how he looks next to Buzz Lightyear. Looks cool. And like these are the tanks. What's Buzz Lightyear tank actually? These are range. These are the tanks of it. But I figured he would because he's kind of beefier. But you know, you got the thicker figures right here. These guys look really cool next to one another. Let's get Captain Hook. Captain Hook might actually be my favorite. I'll do a ranking at the end of the Captain Jack Sparrow review of all these latest ones that we reviewed. But Captain Hook might be my favorite so far. He's just really cool. I love the fact that he has like the alligator print. It's just so awesome. But I can't recommend the Captain Hook enough. He's just really awesome. Let's get Maleficent. And she looks really awesome too. So as you can see, they all fit well within one another's, you know, they just look really great. And it's going to look awesome as a display piece with the 7-inch line. Like I said, the only one of the 5 inches I really want to get are like Mickey and like Donald maybe and Goofy, because you know they're like the three starter characters right there, right? It went Mickey and then it went Donald and then Goofy. So those are the three I'd probably want out of the 5-inch line, but I'm not necessarily rushing to it. And it's a shame. I really wish they made Sully one of these deluxe figures, because Monsters Inc. is my favorite Disney movie. But whatever, it's all good. Maybe, you never know. But like I said, I'm really digging this line. It's a really, really cool line. I would say if you're a Disney fan, again, get these figures. They're really cool. But let's move on. The next review we're going to do is the Fractured Jack Sparrow, so keep an eye out on the channel. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we have the Disney McFarlane Toys Mirrorverse figure of the Genie. He's a big figure. I'm excited. We just reviewed Buzz in the last video, and Buzz was a chunky figure, so I'm hoping this is kind of the same thing. The standard packaging, you get to see the Genie on the side, a great shot for the game. Standard back packaging, which I think every figure here on the back is clay melt from what it looks like, which is pretty cool. I don't know who that is. Is that? I'm not sure who that is, but all these guys have figures. Genie. Let's crack the Genie open and take a closer look.